Hey, what's good, everybody? Cause I'm a Fury here, and I'm back. Between doing schoolwork and working two jobs, it's not easy to stay on here like I would like to. I'm trying to actually, get right with myself and do something better than what I'm doing now and stuff. Even though I'm humble as pie, there's always room for improvement. Never tell yourself anything different. But this is what I really need to tell you guys and anyone that's listening. It is extremely hard to be a fan today of things that you were a fan of growing up because, the internet, places like YouTube, like this, have basically given birth to more opinionated people, which is nothing wrong with that. That would be hypocritical coming from myself. I'm very opinionated. My thing is when people push the boundary and they start to try to force their opinions upon you. The whole premise of my channel was never to force my opinions upon you. I put my voice out there. I put my opinions out there. They're grounds for scrutiny. It is what it is. I get that. But look at the whole situation with Star Wars. Okay, are they the greatest movies made? No, of course not. Do they kind of capture that magic that the old ones did? Hell no. My thing is, if you find yourself one of the people who actually didn't think they were bad, you actually liked a couple of them, people will come after your throat. Like, you can't have a different opinion about anything. I mean, and let's stay on the whole Disney thing for a second. Speaking of Star Wars, the whole thing with Marvel Studios and their films, you know, the thing is, I've watched the ever loving shit out of everything, basically from Iron Man to now virtually. And after you watch it a few times, you pretty much are done with it. I don't care how good the movie is. Some people would like to tell you if you're not watching it no more, then that means it doesn't have an impression, it doesn't make an impact. And then they start talking about the fucking Dark Knight, and I'm like, oh my god, this movie is overrated. Now, overrated doesn't mean trash. It means what it means. It's just overrated. You know, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I feel this movie has rose to the prominence it did, not because it was something good. I mean, it was alright. It was a solid film. But there was a lot of stupid shit that happened in that film. There's a lot of shit stupid that happened in superhero films. But Christopher Nolan, this guy's supposed to be revolutionary, supposed to be groundbreaking. He's supposed to be make movies that make you think. And I'm like, oh god, miss me with that shit. Seriously, miss me with that shit. I mean, this movie, he'll take one message and he'll beat you the fuck over your head with it throughout the whole film. And by the end of the film, you already know what the ending is going to bring. The main protagonist can go through all types of shit and be stuck with the impossible odds. But that heavy-handed message that they've been beating you in the head with throughout the whole fucking film for the last 2 hours, that just overrides everything. There's always something that is more important. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't. So, I don't know. Like I said, and I told numerous people, Batman Begins is my favorite movie of that trilogy. Fight me. And don't try to come at me and say, oh, well, it didn't make anything. Well, of course it didn't make much. People weren't trusting Batman. That movie made people trust Batman films again. After the whole debacle that was Batman and Robin. Of course. So people had to stick one toe into the swimming pool. And by the time The Dark Knight came out, they were ready to be, they were ready to trust again. and that movie did exceptionally well. Is it my favorite Batman film? Fuck no. Mm-mm. You know, I love Batman '89. I love the Dark. I mean, I love Batman Begins. Those are my two favorite Batman films. And my third, I believe, is Batman Returns. Yep. So anyway, I'd say that to people. People want to have my head on the fucking cross. Well, I'm saying it now, and I don't give a shit. All right. And getting back into the whole Marvel situation of things. Yeah, well, how do the saying goes? Like the studios, Marvel Studios got good credit with me, basically. Like they, even they mediocre shit, I saw things in hell. I see things in every movie and stuff. I don't know, what am I? I don't even smoke. I don't even smoke weed, and I see beauty and shit, and I see things that I like, and then but the curse of that also is that I see a lot of shit that I don't like. Okay, and it's like knowing the characters. It's like you can't set up this dark, gritty, realistic world for every fucking character. You know, after this is one of my grievances I've had with like the Dark Knight trilogy. People thought this is the way every other genre should go. Well, every other character within the superhero genre. And I'm like, no, that just wouldn't fly for me. Would you want to see Spider-Man snapping people necks and strangling people with their webs? Dark, I'm exaggerating there, but dark and gritty don't fit with everyone. It's just, no, it's not the bee's knees. All right. So that works in Batman's universe, but then DC made the mistake of trying to make, a more, how can I say, a more serious Superman, and that didn't work either. And I swear to God, by the time Justice League came out and he came back and he was smiling, Superman was smiling and everything, that did not erase what happened in Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, or the scene when he first came back and oh my God, he's confused, he doesn't know who he is. No, that was Superman. That was pretty much Zack Snyder's Superman, and then he became Joss Whedon's Superman like a couple acts from now. That's what I didn't like about Justice League. It was like the best of the worst for me. It was like so trying to be Avengers, and that's Joss Whedon's fault. It really is. Like, and it's to the fact that now everybody's looking and wondering about the Zack Snyder cut, because according to fucking WB standards, the movie is unwatchable. And I'm not the biggest Zack Snyder fan, but look how WB did Zack Snyder. They threw him under the fucking bus. They could not fully take accountability for what they've done with the DCEU. They couldn't take full accountability for that. They had to throw it on Zack Snyder. You are the motherfuckers who let him do what he want, okay? And y'all panicked every time a test audience didn't like your film. Y'all went and changed so much. And then, but then again, this type of fuck up is what led to Wonder Woman being good, because they just like, what, fuck it, we gotta we gotta distance ourselves from this entire 3-movie fuck up that we had, starting with Man of Steel to Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad. We gotta like erase that. So Wonder Woman is pretty much a soft reboot, I would say, for the simple fact that it's self-contained and stuff. Yes, she appeared in Batman v Superman, and she appeared, in Justice League. But the way I feel about it is that it still serves as a soft reboot to the DCEU, and I cannot wait to see what Aquaman brings to the table. Remember, the trailer's coming. By the time this gets uploaded, which will probably be Friday, the trailer will be coming this Saturday, according to everyone. I can't wait to see that because we didn't get to see enough of Jason Momoa, Aquaman, and like enough depth of Aquaman and Justice League because the movie was made to fit under 2 hours. And he just was spitting out one liners like bitchin' and my man, and I'm like, I need to know more about him. I really do. Like, and Aquaman is the step in the direction. And I can't wait to see it because you got Black Manta in there. You got fucking Ocean Master played by Patrick Wilson, fucking Night Owl himself. And then you got Nicole Kidman that played Arthur's mother. You got Amber Heard, that bitch, as fucking Mara. I call her that because of, I don't know. I'm not taking Johnny Depp's side, but these hoes ain't loyal. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But and Willem Dafoe's in it too. Willem Dafoe was deleted from Justice League, but you're gonna see him in this film, which is good. I can't wait. I really can't because I would say Aquaman was the best representation I've seen of Aquaman that's fairly recently, that's non-comic book, is the Injustice series, like the games. They really made him into a badass. I just like this character in that and stuff. And if the movies can bring us to something close, I'm all for it. So Aquaman, looking forward to. And next year we're gonna kick it off with Captain Marvel. Oh yeah, and Shazam too. I will go see Aquaman and Shazam. Like, just because I've been vocal about the DCEU doesn't mean I don't fucking care. I mean, that's how shit gets changed. Remember, like, why do you think I don't buy Madden football anymore? There's no competition. So DC being competition that give Marvel Studios a run for his money, that's what the fuck I'm talking about right there. That's what's needed right now. Because everybody got this impression that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is on cruise control right now, and their movies are too kiddie. They shot their load with Infinity War and stuff, and they starting to question and think Kevin Feige, he ain't done shit and this, that, and the other. Some people really, I guess some people are biased. They want to do this Marvel DC thing and stuff. And me, to be honest with you, I'm like character wise, I'm more of a Marvel person, but there's a lot of DC shit that I like, but that I'm talking about comic book wise. As for movies, bring me some good comic book movies, DC, and I'm fine with it. I just want good movies like you used to have. Remember when Marvel ain't had they shit together? And Sony had Spider-Man rights. We got Blade 1 and 2, which was good. Trinity, he barely was in a fucking movie. We got Nicolas Cage as fucking Ghost Rider. The first one was The second one had good intentions, but it was still The rights have come back to Marvel Studios. As you can see, Ghost Rider was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Best part of season 4. Was Ghost Rider. And what else pre-Marvel Studios age that was just really I don't know, they didn't bring out shit. Marvel had no movies really like that would kick besides the Spider-Man trilogy. Well, the first 2 Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man 3, it just wasn't my cup of tea. Especially when he was doing all that crying like a bitch over Mary Jane. That shit turned my stomach. So I'm just really hoping that DC get there. They slay the movies are hits. Because competition is good. Like I was saying earlier about Madden. They bought the exclusive NFL rights, and now we don't have no more 2K. We don't have no competition for it. So Matt can just put out whatever the fuck it wants, and we have to be stuck with that. No, not I. I will not buy your games because I already see it. It's like, what's the damn difference every year? You are robbing people blind for $60 where you are pretty much putting out the same game, and all you need to do is charge people yearly for roster changes and updates. Unless you finally decide to fix, and make a new game engine for Madden, yeah, then I see charging people $60 again. But if it's the same developmental engine you've been using year in and year out, why are you robbing people? You're the only NFL fucking game out there. Why are you robbing people, EA? Oh yeah, that's right, because you're EA. So back on the subject of the whole Marvel thing. Yeah, like, there's a lot of movies I just can't really watch no more. I've watched, like, Incredible Hulk is incredibly hard to watch and stuff. Iron Man 2. I can't bring myself to watch again. I can't even bring myself to really watch the first Thor. Alright? Or The Dark World. And I'm not saying these movies were terrible. It's just, I don't know. I really don't know. I just really can't bring myself to watch a lot of them anymore. I used to, like, for example, I've watched Black Panther. I can't even watch Black Panther that much recently. Are we fatigued on superhero films? Quite possibly we are. Am I going to support everyone that comes out? Quite possibly I am. My thing is that I think as a collective, a lot of these comic book movie fans that got YouTube channels, I think a lot of them, we just so desensitized to the epic shit that we just aren't satisfied anymore. It's like some of these motherfuckers are like nymphomaniacs when it comes to superhero comic book movies, and they not content. I'm not saying be content and just take bullshit, but to totally ignore something because you're promoting you promoting your own personal bias is an issue. I really think that hinders people critically accepting a lot of these films. And you can't turn around and call the whole fan base stupid because your opinion is different. Like, I used to make that mistake when coming to talking about Resident Evil 7. Honestly, I don't like the game still that much. I think it's trash. But are you trash for liking RE7? No, you're not. My thing is, don't come to my goddamn channel and get mad because I didn't like the game. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just the man behind the microphone, and I'm putting out my opinion. And if there's people who feel me, they can join in, they can leave their opinions. They don't have to even 100% agree with me. I don't need no one's hand, I don't need to hold no one's hand or have my hand held. My thing is that this is my channel. Everybody else got their different channels, and yes, recently I've talked about a lot of people's channels because there's just like a slew of brothers on. I don't know what it is, and I'm gonna touch on it a little brief right here. Why do so many Negroes on YouTube that got gaming channels are like the biggest Nintendo nerds out there? And it's nothing wrong with being a Nintendo nerd, but when you being a biased nerd of anything, just extremely biased, that sticks to the wall like shit, and I smell it. I smell it and stuff, and I don't like it. It's unpleasant. I'm like, come on now. Like me, I'm a black man, okay? If you haven't noticed already. Oh man, I'm not going to be liked by everyone. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. Because I don't fit that mold of wanting to be accepted. Okay? I let my actions and my work speak for me. And if you don't like me, fuck you. I'm not in the business to be wanting to be liked. Otherwise, I would be here on YouTube telling people, oh, I would be trying to fit in where I get in at and be like, oh, you know, the Nintendo thing here. Oh my God, look at me. I got my Ash Ketchum hat on and stuff, and Nintendo's the greatest and stuff. And no, I'm not gonna cater. I ain't no Sony pony. I ain't no Switch bitch. And I ain't no Xbot. I like all three of them for different reasons. But I go hard on the Nintendo Switch bitches for the simple fact that they sit up here and they port bag for games that they know that fucking underpowered console of a Switch cannot handle. And you deserve to be clowned for that. You really do. Like, this is so much like it's hard to be a fan of shit today. It really is. Not because I'm ashamed of it, it's because people, respective peers and the fandom make shit extremely difficult. We got Star Wars fans who bitch and complain about everything under the sun. We got DC fans who hate everything Marvel Studios. We got Marvel Studios fans who continuously clown DCEU movies and stuff. It's like fucking Royal Rumble, Civil War up in this bitch when it comes to stuff. And man, I'm gonna talk about this and then I'm gonna be outie. I'm in the black YouTube sector. Like I frequent that a lot. I listen to Kid Organic quite often. Smart, young, successful brother out of in Hollywood, California, and stuff. And a lot of people don't like what he says for the simple fact that we need a dose of truth. I'm from the ghetto of Jersey City, New Jersey. Hell, I still live there right now. My thing is that people, my fellow people, don't like hearing the truth about themselves. You know? For every one good of us, there's 3 that's no good when it comes to how shit goes on. And I'm not saying you no good like you're a criminal, you or anything like that, my brothers and sisters. I'm saying like you're not calling this fuckery out. You're like content with a lot of bullshit. I mean, that's why I'm single right now, to be honest with you. I mean, finding a single black woman who holds herself accountable is next to impossible. It really is. It's really next to impossible to find a single black woman in my age range, which is 40. Yes, I'll be 40 in another month and a half, folks. That's, who holds herself accountable, who's in goddamn shape. Yes, shape is very important to me, and people could say that's shallow. And I ain't talking about you gotta be a twig, but healthy is very important to me. And I don't see why everything has been like so fucked up. Oh, I know why. Somebody really put me onto it, and I had to sit back and think about it. Like, but that shit makes sense. You ever notice? I was looking at a commercial on Facebook yesterday for Blink Fitness, and every black woman you saw getting into that commercial that was trying to get into shape was obese. They had one obese white girl to save face, I guess. But this is what the main media portrays us at. Look at the shows like look at The Talk with Sharon Osbourne and Sarah Gilbert. You got a fat black woman on there. Look at The View. You got a fat black woman on there. Look at the one with that fine ass Jeannie Mai, the Asian chick, and one of the Maori sisters, and then Rob Kardashian's ex girlfriend. Um, what's the name? The one that Tamar Braxton used to be on. Whatever the fuck the name of the show is. Lonnie Love, fat black woman. This is what we being promoted. This is what our women are being promoted as. This is what they see. This is what they comfortable with. I'm here to tell you, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable with that. And now it don't make me a self-hating coon who thinks, who hates my mother, who hates black people, or shit like that. Whatever fucking excuse you throw at me for having standards. Like, you can miss me with that bullshit too. I got standards. And a lot of you niggas out here ain't got no standards. And when you don't have standards, she don't have to have standards. Because she's gonna scoop up one of you thirsty motherfuckers. But I digress. So anyway, as usual, keep watching what you want. Keep gaming the way you want. And keep being you. Cause I'm a Fury. Blue collar gamer. Hopefully that will change to EMT. Time will tell. I'm going to give it all I got. Now back to my studies. Have a good night, people. Or morning. But peace.